Okay, welcome to ICSC Tool Time, and we have a wonderful panel today. We have Russ back here, Russ Schoen from Chicago. We have Roger Firestein from Williamsville. We have Mike Fox from Military Road, and I'm Susan Keller-Mathers, and this is CRS 670 class and some of our alumni. So welcome to all of our discussion members today. We're going to go through quite a few tools today and just talk about what are some tips, best practices, how to use it effectively, and also we're going to look at some of the applications. Okay, we're going to talk about the PCA, which is the Paired Comparison Analysis. And this particular tool can really help you make some decisions by prioritizing. What's really nice about this tool is that not only are you evaluating one particular idea or potential solution against another, you're also weighing it, or weighting it. So, for example, if you have one idea that's A and one idea that's B, it's a forced choice. So people that don't like to make a decision, or those people who both of them they hold so dearly in their heart, they're forced to pick one of them, and then you can weigh it. Is it slightly more important? Is it much more important, and so on? So you can add an exponent to it to describe which. So in the end, what you end up with is a priority of ideas.
An expo tuna? An expo tuna?
Yes, we have an expo.
An expo tuna.
Yes. So what else about this tool? How about you, Russ? What you say?
Well, you can use it individually, but you can also use it with a group where you each individual does their own PCA form on the same set of options, and then you collate it into a group grid. And then you can use that group grid to facilitate some consensus building, as Mike Fox has demonstrated in one of our other videos.
One time we used a PCA with a major corporate client, and these people are major quants, and what they did was, I couldn't believe they did this, but it was a division of the organization. It was not profitable, and the product they were making, it was like, how can it not be profitable? They looked at what they were working on, and they had something like 98 initiatives that they were working on. They did paired comparison analysis, and then essentially they took the higher numbers, which we don't recommend doing, but in that case they did, used it to eliminate about 89 of the projects, so they worked on 6. And so when somebody came back and they said, well, what about this one? They said, look, we were all got consensus around this, so we're working on these top 6. But what they did was they did a whole computer program on this thing, and it was huge. But it really, really helped it to turn the profitability around. So, but they loved numbers, so yeah.
The advantage of a PCA is no matter how many options, could be ideas, criteria, all that kind of stuff, you only have to compare them a pair at a time,
right,
to keep you from going nuts.
Yeah.
So especially then if it's something really complex or really difficult to make a decision, a facilitator can really walk them through deliberately and slowly and help them make a choice.
But as you said, it's a convergent tool, and it takes time to really do the converging on it and work through it deliberately. So yeah, this one to this one to this one to this one.
It's nice for discussions too, even if you, like with a group of kids, I did it so that we looked at the Bill of Rights and we wanted to have a rich discussion about which aspects of the Bill of Rights they felt strongly about and thought were ones that were more important. That's how we phrased it. So each child, after doing a PCA, was able to then speak to the one that they hold dear in their heart and talk about it. And it became a much richer conversation, and they began to deliberately think about one instead of overall, what are they all and what do they think? Ways you've used PCA, other tips, watch outs? This is probably one we haven't used as often.
I think it forces real consideration as opposed to just lip service in terms of evaluation.
Because you really have to do some heavy lifting to do it.
That was the PCA.